Hey friends. So we're in the kitchen. It's like domestic doing stuff day, I guess. First we're doing haircuts. Now I'm in the kitchen. And I should preface, I always said that I was gonna at some point in life should start my own YouTube cooking show. Call it Kitchen Disasters with SK. And so, welcome to episode one of Kitchen Disasters with SK. Um, the reason we're here is that I decided that I wanted lemonade. Now, what you need to know is that I have these lemons, which are huge. I have this lemon stevia drops, and I have no juicer. I do not own one. So I need to get the juice out of these lemons. And yes, can I just squeeze the juice out of the lemons? Absolutely. However, the other thing you need to know is that when I say lemonade, I'm seriously leaning on the lemon. Um, Almost every lemon product that I have ever found in my entire life does not have enough lemon in it. And I really mean it. I honestly really like the tart bitterness of lemons. Like, I just eat them straight. I will put the peels in my mouth and chew on them. So I'm not kidding. I'm not messing around when I say lemon. So, what I have rigged up here is our food processor. And my plan is that I'm going to cut these lemons up. I'm going to squeeze the juice out, right? Probably into a separate bowl that's not the food processor. And then I'm going to take the peels off and cut up the lemon pulp and put it in here and basically like mush it up in the food processor. Process it? I don't know. Like mush it, yeah. I guess process it. Like that's I don't know. I don't know what the correct term is. That's why it's kitchen disasters with SK, because I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just making up things as I go along, and as always, making a really big mess while doing it. So here we go. Let's make some lemonade. Okay, step one. I'm gonna cut these and squeeze the juice into this measuring cup. You may be wondering why I have a measuring cup this big. And the answer is because Jonas washed all the other ones and they're not actually clean, and I didn't feel like rewashing them. So here we go. Let's cut some lemons. It has a lot of pith to it, doesn't it? Look at that. That's what you get when you get lemons this big. Although, to be fair, they came from the Imperfect Foods box, so it's not like I purposely bought the lemons this big. They just are. Oh, I should get a strainer and not get seeds in here. Making it up as we go along. Cool. I'm gonna squeeze up this lemon. There's probably a technique to this. This probably isn't it, but it's what we got. So, and then I'm going to attempt to like scrape off the rest of. I have a bunch of my fingernails broke, and some of my fingernails are down really low. So I have a bunch of cuts on my hand that are, let me tell you, truly delightful for the situation. Every time I touch this lemon with my left hand, something hurts. Okay. Maybe I don't need to do this step because there's like no lemon coming off of here. I don't know how to. I don't know how to do this, and I don't know how to do it without hurting myself. I might just like have to clean this for no reason now. Yeah, this seems pointless, doesn't it? We'll just keep squeezing, see what happens. I mean, I got like barely any juice. I have to clean that anyway, so it's now just gonna be my hold the rest of this lemon bowl. Okay. If we cut it first in half again, and then we squeeze it? I don't know. We'll see. It's like destroying this lemon. That's fine. That's fine. That's the point, right? I don't even know, like, how much lemon juice a person is supposed to put. Like, what is the lemon juice to water ratio of lemonade? I don't know. So it's like, how much am I supposed to get? Because I'm like, do I need a cup for a 3 whatever quart pitcher? I don't. Probably should have looked that up before I just went in doing this, but that's not my style. I was just gonna taste it and see if I needed more. More? We're like I'm not even at a half a cup yet. I don't know what I'm supposed to have. I'm sure people who do this all the time are like screaming it at their computer screens right now, so I appreciate it. I appreciate you fruitlessly giving my dumbass some advice. Yeah, I like can't use my left hand at all because my finger cuts. At least the right hand, the cuts are a few days old, so they've healed over. Okay. I don't know where the origin of lemonade came from. That's something I've always wondered, but clearly not wondered enough to like look it up. Because is it just like a beverage with sugar and water? Like, why is it only lemon? It seems to be citrus. It's like limeade, lemonade. Like, why isn't it apple-ade? What's the aid part? Somebody tell me in the comments. Because I'm still going to be too lazy to look it up. I cannot think of a better way than to be spending my Saturday afternoon covered in lemons. That wasn't sarcastic, I actually meant it. And do you know why I'm putting all of these in just these like little bits in this bowl right here? Because I'm going to eat them in a bit. That's why. Somebody's like, you're kidding, right? No. I'm not. We have a rule, like, even if after you're done cutting lemons, even if you're only using the juice or like the rind or whatever, don't throw the lemon out because I'm gonna probably eat it. Oops. Slippery. I learned all of this technique from the Food Network. It's like, stick your finger in it and just mush up a lemon. It's good, right? I'm sure this is official technique. Okay, so I'm officially at half a cup. I still don't know how much I need. I could probably yell and ask Jonas and they would know, but they're in the shower, or like, well, not in the shower. They're like gonna bleach their hair now that I cut it short. What? Okay, I'm just gonna make all of it because you can probably freeze it if you don't use it, right? Probably. Three entire lemons? I mean, I don't know. CC Lemon tells me that it has 55 lemons in every bottle, so what do I know? I only have 3 lemons. I don't even know where you get 55 lemons. Well, that's not true. I do, but I don't know how you get 55 lemons, the juice of 55 lemons in one bottle, and then sell that bottle for like 200 yen. That's what I don't know. I can't even buy one lemon for 200 yen. How do you do it, CC Lemon? Tell me your secrets. That's, by the way, CC Lemon. The only lemon substance to never let me down with the amount of lemon flavor in it. And it's really great because I used to drink it all the time and I love it so much. I can't find it here. It's a bummer. But in university, I would drink it all the time. And I would, like, bring it. Like, people would have parties and we'd be, you just bring stuff. And I would bring the bottle of CC Lemon. I was like, oh, I got CC Lemon. And, like, no one would drink it except me. And I was like, why do you guys hate this stuff? And it wasn't until years later that I learned that not everyone has the capacity to have their taste buds annihilated by lemon flavor. Nor wants to. It's a fun story, actually, me and Lemon, the bitter center of, so I basically have a bunch of scar tissue on my tongue, on the sides of my tongue, and they're for reasons, and they're targeted in like the areas that are the primary salt sensor, and the primary like bitter flavor sensor. And it's been that way since I was a teenager. And so it just didn't occur to me that, like, I can't taste those flavors as strongly as everybody else. So my food needs to be, in order for me to really pick up flavor from food, it has to be really salty to most people, because so salt being a flavor enhancer, it's interesting because I often, like, you can put a whole bunch of other seasonings in my food and I'm like, oh, I can kind of taste it. But then if you put like a truly aggressive amount of salt in, that's the only way that I can like taste food. So Jonas always has to have final approval on saltiness of food being made for other people. And it's the same thing with lemon. Like, I had no idea that people didn't just like put lemons in their mouths. But yet. So I ended up with a cup of juice, and that's good, right? 3 lemons, 1 cup of juice. So I'm gonna go wash my hands and then put some of this stuff away and start trying to figure out how much juice to water we need. Okay, I asked Jonas, who asked the internet, who said that the juice of 1 lemon should be added, I'm gonna try to bend down here, to 1 cup of water. But the internet also said that the juice of 6 lemons should be 1 cup of lemon juice, and I have 3 really big lemons to 1 cup of lemon juice, and so both because they were huge and because I'm very sure that I go after them far more aggressively than most people, to get as much juice out as possible. So what we're gonna do is I'm gonna fill up, this is a 1 quart, which is, it's US measurements. So, but like, let's think of it as a liter because it's close, right? And then I have this 1 cup 250 milliliter one. And so what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna fill up, this is at like just like not maybe 250, not quite 250 milliliters of juice. And so I'm just gonna add 3 of these, and then I'm gonna taste it and see what it tastes like, if I think it needs more dilution or if I think it's good, because I, as we've established, want this to taste like lemon and not like sugar water. So here we go. Okay. That's a nice color, right? Okay. It's probably promising. Stir it, and then I'm gonna taste it. It has no sugar in it right now, so we'll see. That was lemony. I don't know if you'll be able to drink this, but I love it. No, I don't have any fingernails to open this. It's sealed for my protection. Protection from me, mostly, at this point. This is where the kitchen disasters part comes in. I can't do simple tasks like open the plastic wrap on the stevia drops. I'm probably gonna lose a finger. Usually, something dumb happens at this point. Ooh, I did it! Wow, I'm having a good day. There's some karma coming my way or something. Like, now I'm gonna like spend all day waiting for the shoe to drop and just be like, what catastrophic event is going to happen at 9 p.m.? Okay. I'm gonna put in, what does it say? 5 drops. Okay, 5 drops is a serving, but I don't know what that means. Okay, well, that was 15 because there's 3 cups? I don't know. What is a serving? I don't know. Okay. That is, to me, really great, but to anyone who's not me, like, it's on the border of, like, a little too much. So I'm going to put, like, maybe 5. I'm going to put 5 more drops in and see what it tastes like. This is an exact science, just so you know. Clearly, my measurements. This is why I don't bake, because I'm like, let's just put 5 more in and see how it is, and then try again. I don't notice any difference. Okay, I can kind of taste stevia now. I feel like the problem is it just needs more water in it. That's really good. It's a little too sweet though. I'm gonna put more water in. I'm gonna pour it in here. This is our pitcher, which is like, it looks filthy, but I just washed it, so it's not. That's a sad amount of lemon juice. It's like 2 glasses. A truly tragic amount of lemonade. More. Try again. See, it's an art and a science, I'm telling you. I might ask if anybody wants this recipe. It's really easy. It's do it until it tastes right. I'll put 15 more drops in just to see. Okay, probably can use 1 more cup of water, and then it'll be to the fill line of the pitcher at least. At least that, if it's to the fill line, it'll make me feel like it's not a sad amount of lemonade. Okay, it's not quite to the fill line. 1 more of these and it would be, but alas, it's not. 15 more. Taste. I used to make lemon juice all the time with like the lemon, the like terrible lemon juice concentrate, water, and just sugar. I did it all the time in the summer, back when I was broke. It was real good, but that's not how we are gonna do here. So there's like 5 more ish. I didn't really count. Okay, that tastes right to me, so I'm gonna stop. So yeah, I think there's a cup of lemon juice. So a cup or 250 milliliters. I'll give it to you in both because my measuring cups conveniently have both. And then there's 6 cups of water, so that's basically 2 liters of water. And then I added like I think 45 drops of stevia, which is 9 servings. I don't know, but I just put enough sugar in it until it tasted right. So that was my foray into lemonade. And honestly, aside from the counter being covered in lemon juice, like, I didn't even make a mess. Really proud of myself.